This is the alien being that I call Mum. It's adopted me, basically. It's crazy, isn't it? But there you go.
Flying saucers have invaded our planet. Washington, London, Moscow are key targets. The whole world is under attack. Can it survive?
Flying saucers and beings from outer space have always been regarded as a fantasy from 1950s B-movies.
The angry red planet.
But last year, the MOD released previously unseen documents relating to credible witnesses claiming to have seen UFOs.
Reports from pilots, from police officers and from military personnel. A lot of people think that the Ministry of Defence are actually hiding information on this subject, and a phrase that you often hear is all the good stuff's been kept back.
10% of us believe we've seen a UFO, and a reported 1,000 Brits a year think they've been abducted by aliens. Now a special support group has been set up helping the growing number of abductees across the UK.
We're just trying to help those who've been through this and find out what is going on for humanity. What does this mean?
So who are these people, and how does it affect them?
I'm all trembling.
Why is that?
I think it's just fear, being taken.
What happens when they're abducted?
I have seen them appear in my room, and then you are just taken and you go up.
And why do they think they've been chosen?
Do you think you'll find the answer?
I think I'm getting very close, yeah.
Just outside Heathrow Airport is the technical base of a unique support group. Called a MASH, it's the only British helpline for people who believe they've been abducted by aliens.
We've come together to form a MASH, which stands for Anomalous Mind Management and Abductee Contactee Helpline. It's the only resource that we know of in the UK that provides a sympathetic ear and a port of call to those who are having extraordinary experiences.
The number of members a MASH are helping is constantly increasing.
When they used to come to me, they used to come in this energy of light, and they would come through the windows. I'm now doing this because I think it's time that others need to hear what has been going on.
The support group is run by two colleagues, ex-broadcast engineer Miles and trained therapist Joanne.
I've been doing UFO research since, knee-high to a grasshopper, mostly in the last 25, 30 years.
I trained as a therapist myself, and then I began meeting people who were clearly incredibly bright, but were having these experiences who we didn't have a name for it properly.
Self-financed, they have received hundreds of phone calls to their special hotline, with more coming in every week.
Hello, Amash.
They are strange little people going around in very old cars. He had an eye patch and a black suit.
Miles and Joanne also offer counselling to abductees and post their sessions online to raise awareness.
He didn't have any eyes and he didn't have any mouth. So I was talking to him like telepathically all my life. I would be ridiculed. So I've kept experiences to myself.
A lot of people have never spoken publicly before, ever, about their experiences. A lot of them have experienced ridicule, vilification, isolation, and these are terrible things. And that's, that's besides what they've been going through.
Many abductees face scepticism from the public.
And what do you think? Do you think they're making it up?
One of the things we're looking for is being conned and being made into a bunch of lunatics who believe in aliens. I don't believe in anything. I don't even believe in religion. What we look at is information.
And this information is being provided to Amash by abductees from all corners of the UK. Whitby, in northeast England. An important council meeting is in progress.
And one of the things that we were really hoping to do would be to see if Scarborough Borough Council would transfer the cemetery to us.
It's chaired by 53-year-old Simon Parks, who's been the local Labour councillor there since last year. He also works as a driving instructor.
Follow the road round, bears round to the right. He'll wait for you, he's seen you. He'll wait for you as well, that's fine. And you go.
But when he does have some time off, he likes to go to his attic where he keeps a very special family album.
This is the alien being that I call Mum. Now, it clearly isn't my mother because I'm human, but in my mind, it got me to be convinced that it was my mother. If you can imagine, this alien being has adopted me, and so I refer to it as Mum.
So how often do you see your mum?
Well, I would say probably once a month, twice a month, depending. And what will happen is that we will hold hands, and I'll say I'm ready, and then the technology that I do not understand, then you are just taken and you go up, straight up to a craft orbiting the Earth.
But having an alien mum isn't Simon's only close encounter.
That is the being that I claim to have sexual relations with. So I don't have a name. All I refer to her as is the cat queen.
So you have sex with her?
Yes.
How often?
I don't remember all of it. Probably 4 times a year, something like that.
So do you have any alien children?
You're looking at one here. This is the name, Zaka.
So that's your child?
Well, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? But there you go.
Simon's encounters with his alien lover have caused problems with his Earth wife, who has asked not to be filmed.
My wife, found out about it and was very unhappy, clearly. That caused a few problems.
Well, was she jealous?
Yes. But it's not on a human level, so I don't see it as wrong.
What do you say to some people that might say, oh, you're mad?
Yeah, I'd say I can understand how you would say that because you've not seen anything yourself, and that's your immediate fallback position. But you come and spend some time with me. You follow me around for a day, and you'll actually walk away shaking your head because you'll think, well, he's actually not mad.
Many of the people who say they are abducted every year find it very distressing. Support Group AMASH see their role as listening and helping these people understand their experiences.
It's really still impacting you, isn't it, Jason? I can see that you're getting quite emotional there.
This changes you. You can never be the same person again because your mental framework is completely reorientated.
The AMASH project.
Someone who's been struggling to deal with her abductions is 49-year-old housewife Chantel.
Oh, she's an amazing lady, I have to say. And she's been through such a tough time, my goodness me.
Chantel is believed to be the most abducted person in Britain, with countless reported encounters with aliens.
Go a bit further up here, this street, isn't it? Hang on a minute.
One of Chantel's most vivid abductions occurred whilst with her 24-year-old son Dominic outside her local shop.
We got to about here, didn't we, Doms? We got to about here, there were me, Kath and Dominic walking along to the shop. Kath, my mate, noticed it first. She looked up into the sky, she says, what's that? And I looked up, it was triangle with all different coloured lights all underneath, pink cerise, neon blue, white, purple. And she says, what's that? And when I seen it, I knew straight away what it were. I thought, oh no. And she says, what? I says, get ready, we're going to be taken. Because I already knew who it was, what it was. Like, and it was just above that chimney there.
Just there?
Yeah. They float out at craft. They floated out, down out the craft, and that's all I can remember. We didn't get to the shop, because they took us out, and before we knew it, we can't even remember walking back home. We were put more or less outside the front door, just turning the key in the door.
Chantel and Dominic live in a flat overlooking a green. They claim aliens often come to visit them here. Chantel recognises them as the type UFO experts call greys.
When the greys come to take me, they wear black clothing. They wear a black polo neck jumper what comes right up to the chin.
Yeah.
They wear black trousers and a black blazer jacket. Like they're wearing a suit but without the shirt. They don't wear, I've never noticed them in all these all-in-one jumpsuits, whatever they call them, all-in-one suits.
But Greys aren't your normal run-of-the-mill aliens. They appear to have a sense of humour.
They were moving things, trying to send me bonkers, actually.
What was moving?
Ornaments, everything. They moved my fags, my cigarettes.
No.
They did. I put them on there and they moved my cigarettes. I looked for them, I couldn't find them. Just walked out there to look. I thought, well, I haven't put them there. And I come back and they were there again. They were moving things. They did them behind here. This is what they do sometimes before they take you. They like to play tricks.
Chantel claims she's been having these experiences since she was born, but now her patience is wearing thin.
There is times I want it to start. You know, I get to a point sometimes where, well, it's not like I've had enough rope like that. I just want it to start, just so I can just start going out there more and living a normal life.
Some Chinese residents are on edge this morning after another apparent UFO sighting. It's the second.
More and more evidence is coming out to suggest that we might not be alone. 25% of British people now believe extraterrestrials may have visited Earth.
Are we alone?
I'm convinced there's life out there. As to whether any of it's coming down here, the politicians' answer, I can't rule it out. There's material there that certainly makes me think twice. It's not all misidentifications of aircraft lights and weather balloons.
What's more, an increasing number of people are reportedly being abducted by aliens, so a British support group called AMASH has been set up to help people come to terms with their trauma.
So can I just ask you, just for clarification, when you were saying you would be taken out through the window, were you a very tiny child? Do you remember at that time?
Yes, I'd probably be just above a toddler. And I just basically lived in terrible fear.
AMASH believe it's important these abductees are not alone, so they organise conferences for their support group members. Their third one is being held in Nottingham.
Roy! Sorry. This probably is, as someone said to me, the biggest gathering in the UK of experiences.
I want to meet other witnesses. I think it's really important that we all talk to each other and we're sharing our stories and we're finding out commonalities. And more importantly, we're finding friends and that we're not mad, we're not alone.
They can read your thoughts and they can also make you think things and give you images.
Over 100 experiencers have gathered to listen to each other's stories and compare evidence. Many abductees believe they've had implants put in their body by aliens.
The picture on the top left is the male reproductive implant site. They stabbed me with a large hypodermic syringe.
One of the speakers is 52-year-old Marie, who says she's been having experiences with other beings since the age of 3.
This ship came over from behind. Normally I see things out that way because I'm on the 4th floor, so I've got a good view. And it came out to about here, so I could see it, looked up, and it was a huge triangular craft.
Marie lives in a flat in Kensington, London, and works from home as a freelance accountant.
Worked for fashion companies. I had a job once for a private billionaire. That was quite good. I was his private accountant.
It's in this flat that she says spacecraft come to take her.
I remember this big, huge ball just came in and it floated down to probably about here. And I just saw the 3 faces in this ball.
As well as seeing ships, Marie believes alien implants have been put in her body.
Well, I've got the one in my arm. I mean, it's not attached to anything, it's not sore.
Abductees believe these are advanced technological devices that emit radio waves.
What's it there? You can see a slit in my eye here and this silver, it's like a little V thing there, going in.
Marie has decided to go and see the technology expert of AMASH, Miles Johnston, to check if she really does have alien implants.
Hello, Miles.
Welcome. Good to see you.
Hi, nice to see you.
Good to see you. Welcome to the
Thank you.
An ex-broadcast engineer, Miles has all the latest equipment for the job.
Why would aliens put implants in people?
Well, we put implants into people to study their biological makeup or what they eat. So logically, if another species wanted to do it to us, then they would put implants in us to track us.
First, he checks for any magnetic fields in Marie's brain.
Just go around the head. And right, there's a spike there. There, see it went up to 0.1?
Miles says the average measurement is a third of this reading.
Seems to be very, very pencil thin.
In tiny dot of an area.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think maybe they're emitting signals and it's spiking because of that? Maybe?
There. When you said that, it went up to 0.284.
Oh my God.
So when you responded to it,
Yeah.
it responded to you, whatever it is.
Oh, Miles.
Okay, this is...
Oh, God.
Next, he checks for any radio transmitters. In his back garden, Miles has a blackout tent for further tests.
So what do I need to take off my top?
Just pull your top up.
He's got a special UV lamp to check for any traces left by aliens.
A and S research have discovered that if you've had contact with other beings, they leave a residue on your body. And it glows in various colours. We're seeing a slight glow there.
For Miles, the evidence is conclusive.
Well, there obviously something is happening in your head with something.
They're active.
And they're active, and they seem to be doing... They have a purpose. We don't know what that is. We simply don't have enough information at this stage. So the only way forward is to develop more techniques to get more information.
All right then, Miles.
Okay,
well,
cheers. Happy days.
Thanks a lot. I'll speak to you on the phone soon. Okay, bye. It's just a bit unnerving, really. You know, some signals coming out of my head. I want to know what they are now, and I don't think it's... I'm glad I found out, but it's actually made me more curious to find out now, so I'm even more determined to get more answers and find out what these signals are and who they're sending them to.
Even UFO experts like Miles aren't really sure what these aliens might want, but he's spent years researching beings from outer space.
3 best known types are the Greys, the Mantid, the light beings. The Greys have got a bad reputation because they're used in involuntary abductions, and that's the first thing you see of the Greys at the end of the bed. They're going to take you. They're going to take you, sometimes to take you out of body. Your non-physical body is taken, and they take you through the window and you're gone.
Chantal believes the Greys have been causing all sorts of trouble, moving things around and abducting her at will.
Even when I just went to walk through park there that time, I've experienced it before, being abducted just by walking through park. Just wanted some time to myself, get a bit of fresh air, you know, clear my mind, you know, and clear my head like, and I've been taken.
Some days she struggles to even leave the house on her own.
So how are you feeling at the moment?
A bit nervous, like, a bit. Yeah, I am, I'm all trembling.
Really?
Yeah, my hands are shaking. I get a bit panicky.
Why is that?
I think it's just fear, being taken.
So what, do you think they're up there right now?
No idea, might be. See, you know, they tend to do sometimes observe me when I step out.
Oh, do they?
I do see the craft, they let me know they're there, just to reassure me that they're there. Like, you know, they're watching over me or being protective, I don't know what it is.
Despite her constant fear, Chantal does make it home today. Her son Dominic and his best friend Danny have brought back the evening meal.
Just a couple of these.
Danny spent much of his childhood around Chantal and knows how much she wants to escape these abductions.
Do you think this has had a good impact or a bad impact on Chantal?
Bad. The anxiety of you don't know what's going to happen next. It could happen any time of the day, night, doing what you could be doing anything. and they could take you. So you've got that constant fear all the time, and that would get anybody drained down, I think. So yeah, that's a perfect example. Just talking can bring anxiety and fear.
You're getting stressed, Chantal.
I know, I get like this sometimes. I'm fine.
Talking about the abductions.
Yeah.
For Chantal, takeaways often seem to be a trigger for abductions.
And what happened while you were eating?
We just sat eating it. We just noticed missing time. We're eating Kentucky, we looked at time, 2 to 2.5 hours had passed by. But when I noticed all these strange body markings on my body, the bruising everywhere and the needle marks on my right wrist. I get abducted a lot when we're not eating Kentucky like, but it seems to happen a lot as well when we're eating Kentucky or anything to do with chicken.
The seaside town of Whitby. Labour councillor Simon Parks is being interviewed by a journalist from a local paper.
Why do you think it's important that people get involved in local politics?
Because councils are elected, individuals are elected to represent the views of the people now.
A year ago, the Whitby Gazette ran an interview with Simon talking about his alien mum.
I've spoken to you, you seem quite compos mentis, so I was quite shocked that somebody of your standing would say something like that.
I would just say that there are plenty of people in my position who don't choose to come out and say it because they're terrified that it will destroy their careers.
Being open in public hasn't destroyed Simon's career, but he believes it's brought him to the attention of the Secret Service.
There's an Audi behind us and it has been following us all the time, off and on. So would you just turn your camera around and film him for me out the back window? Because that'll really...
film it through the window?
Yeah, as long as you get the index for that vehicle and just make it obvious that we're filming them.
Why would they be following you?
Well, maybe they just have an interest. And what we're going to do is we're just going to lose it. Like this. This is the sort of thing that happens in my life, but it's just the way it is.
And do you get that a lot, Simon?
A great deal, a great deal. We call it cat and mouse, cat and mouse.
Simon's on his way through a village that a few months ago, he says, became the scene of one of his abductions whilst with a friend.
Do you think it happened right here?
Oh, absolutely, yes, just here, where this track goes off to the farm. We both agree, both myself and the passenger agree, that we were physically taken from the motor vehicle. We can definitely remember being lifted out of the vehicle. Now, I have no idea how they did that.
So where did the vehicle go?
That's the question, isn't it? How on earth, A, where did the vehicle go? B, how were we put back into a moving vehicle? This is the technology that is just completely stumps us.
This is like evidence.
Absolutely. It's where I can actually stand physically, look and say, not only did I experience this, but somebody in the car also experienced it with me.
And can I meet her?
You can, but I don't think that she'll actually want you to film her.
Despite having a witness to corroborate his abduction, there is still no scientific proof aliens are visiting Earth. Marie wants to get that scientific proof. She thinks aliens have tampered with her DNA and made her part alien herself. So she's going to a DNA clinic to find out.
I just want to see if there are any changes in my DNA or blood or something that comes up as strange. At least it'll be proof and it'll lead me on a track to finding some answers, maybe. Basically, I've had some ET experiences and I believe that they've been tampering with my DNA.
Okay. So I'm now going to take a mouse swab from you.
Okay.
I'll show you the swab. I'm going to rub it gently inside your cheek. It's just to pick up a few cheek cells. It's completely painless. Okay, there you are. It's going to take them about 4 days to test it.
Okay.
They'll extract the DNA from the swabs and then profile it.
So if there's something not human, I should show up, shouldn't it?
Well, if there's an anomaly, then you can look at it further, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was really good. Thank you very much for that.
Marie will find out soon if she is indeed biologically an alien.
You told me you think you might be an alien.
Yeah, I have a feeling I might be. So I'm not going to be surprised if it does show up in Anomaly. And then I'll start looking at what that anomaly is.
2 fighter jets have apparently been filmed chasing a UFO along the M5 in the West Midlands. The video was captured by an unknown cameraman at a service station car park near Birmingham, and it's created a sizable truth or hoax controversy on the web.
A growing number of people are claiming they've been abducted by beings from outer space.
Then I saw it, then it stopped and it came to us, it came above us.
Alien Abductee Support Group AMASH are keen to document their members' stories and convince people they're real.
And I felt searing, crunching in my ear, and I've been in my own bed.
Do you think they're making it up?
No, I don't. I don't think people who have been through lifelong experiences and have the consequences of that, I just think they're incredibly courageous.
AMASH's mission is to collate information and spread the word. Miles is keen for an abductee to undergo a lie detector test.
Well, anything which gets empirical data is valuable, and it's important to look at the data, and then you can make your judgmental decisions about what that data means afterwards.
Whilst Marie waits for her DNA results to come back, she's volunteered to undergo a polygraph. Miles is going to film it and put it on the net.
I'm sure I'll pass, because I know I'm not lying, so it should tell that.
The polygraph expert arrives.
Hello.
Hello, Marie.
Hi, come
I'm
in.
Terry. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
And you?
Come in.
Hello, my name is Miles. I'm with the AMASH project.
Hello, Miles.
And I support anything that brings us data, so come along in.
We're in here.
Thank you.
So if Marie's making it all up, then you'll know about it?
Yes. That's secret.
Terry Mullins is the chairman of the British Polygraph Association.
So what I'm going to do now, Marie, is put these components on you. This is a pneumograph, and this is going to measure your breathing. Okay? Arms up.
As well as Marie's breathing, the test measures blood pressure and sweat glands.
Okay. Polygraph is all about the body. Now, it works on the physiological changes of the body. You can't control your blood pressure, okay? You cannot control your breathing, and you cannot control your sweat gland with your electrodermal activity of the skin.
Sweating already.
That's okay. Sweating like that is not going to affect you, okay?
Marie will be asked questions she has to answer yes or no to.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to lie to me on this test?
No.
Have you deliberately falsified any information you have given about being abducted by aliens?
No.
Before this year, do you remember making up stories to make your life appear interesting?
No.
Have you deliberately lied to any person about your alien experiences?
No.
Have you deliberately lied today about being abducted by alien craft on a number of occasions?
No.
That's all your questions.
Okay.
How do you think you got on with your test?
I think I should have been okay.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Marie, that you didn't.
I find that hard to believe.
The first relevant question is this, and that is, have you deliberately falsified any information you have given about being abducted by aliens? And you got a -4.
But I haven't really told you that much about being abducted.
You don't have to tell me much, you can only have to tell me once.
Complete rubbish. Okay. Complete rubbish. I don't believe you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We're not dealing.
Well, you're saying it hasn't happened. I'm not lying. I told the truth today, 100%.
We're not dealing
You're
with
saying
something
I'm lying.
tangible.
No, I just don't like being called a liar. I haven't lied.
I didn't call you a liar,
Well,
Marie.
basically you are saying
that.
that.
Okay. So that's
because
that's your
deceptive.
words.
I'm not a deceptive person. I never have been my whole life. I've been totally honest.
Did you want me to do my job correctly?
Yeah, of course.
Then that's what I've done.
Well, I don't believe the results because that's impossible.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hi.
Although used frequently, the accuracy of polygraph tests has been disputed and are not admissible in a British court.
You seem very shocked.
I'm just, I think that was ridiculous, to be honest. You know, you're looking out the window and you see something. I'm not blind, I'm not hallucinating, I'm not drunk, I'm not on drugs. I haven't got a mental illness, so, you know, and it's not made up. You know, I've got witnesses and things like that, so it's happened to people with me, you know, as well. So how can it be made up? And how can I fail? I don't understand. I don't believe him. I don't believe it.
Hello, Anne. Simon here.
Simon Parks is so convinced his stories are real, he came out as an abductee to the press.
This particular woman.
As a Labour town councillor, he's constantly busy sorting out important local issues.
They wanted to sell the shed.
And at home, he's kept on his toes by his 9 cats.
Stop fighting. It's brother and sister, you see. They are always at each other's throats. It's very naughty and don't allow it. Cats are a matriarchal society.
Are aliens matriarchal?
Some of them are. Just some of them are.
What about your aliens?
Male.
Male.
Male dominated, very, very clearly.
But he does find some time to go into town for some essential supplies.
So that's a good one. I'm going to have that one. These are nice, big, thick colouring crayons, which are just ideal. I know they're for kids, but they're actually absolutely ideal. So we're going to have those as well.
Are you talking about for your mum? What
Yep.
green does your mum have?
That sort of colour. That's a really good colour.
Simon spends hours drawing his experiences. He finds it helps him come to terms with them.
Why do you call it mum?
Because when I was a very small child, the very first recollection I have was being lifted out of my cot. The only thing I can remember after that is it saying to me, you will never be hurt, you will never be harmed.
Does your alien mum protect you in any way?
I think I'm fairly clear in my head that I'm monitored very closely. And if there is anything that seriously is about to happen or does happen, then I'm fairly, confirmed in my own mind that they will intervene. They have intervened in the past.
Simon says when he was a small boy, he had a terrible accident that normally would have been fatal.
According to what the doctor had said, and the doctor's the professional, the doctor was basically saying you should have been in hospital, your spine was snapped in half. I'd fallen down, 8 foot or so of concrete channeling, done myself quite a nasty mischief. How on earth did I get out of that channel unaided? I have no memory of that at all. Somebody helped me. I'm quite pleased that I've got a guardian angel looking over me.
So without your alien mum, you'd be dead?
Probably, yes.
Over the last 30 years, 40,000 people in the UK have claimed to have been taken by extraterrestrials, and the numbers are growing every year.
Security police officer Jim Penniston, who apparently got close enough to touch the object, he said he carried out a 45-minute investigation.
He walked around it, he touched it, he described it as glass-like. He went back to his base commander and he was scared.
Many abductees are scared of their alien experiences and want them to stop. Back at Amash, Miles has heard that Chantal has had enough of her abductions, so he's sending her a device he thinks can help.
This is a mechanism which you can use to assist in your intention. If you want something to go away, this will assist in doing that. So if you want some other entity or something that's causing a few problems, you can use this as a mechanism to disrupt its intention to give you harm.
You say it's some form of device to stop alien abductions. It looks like a mini vibrator. I don't know. Is this device? It's supposed to stop alien abductions, so Miles says.
So it looks like a mini vibrator?
Well, it does, doesn't it? It did at first, and I was just looking at it package.
A mini vibrator?
Well, a little long. That won't be any good. No, it's weird, I don't know.
Did he not say how it stops it?
I'm sure he said to me on a text that someone, a friend or he knows, or someone he knows, put his under a pillar. It's supposed to help with abductions or something. Put it under a pillar, and I just don't think this is going to help at all. Nothing. Well, Doms? Yeah. What do you think of this machine what Miles sent Dominic?
I mean, it's just like a little crystal thing hooked up with wire to a battery.
Even though Dominic's 24, Chantal's keen for him to stay living at home.
Without Dominic, I wouldn't be here.
Really?
Yeah. If it weren't for him, he deserves a medal.
Many UFO experts believe there's a generational link with abductees. Dominic himself says he's been regularly abducted all his life.
So when it grabbed me, I was sleeping at this end, and it pulled the covers right off me, like that.
Yeah.
Then I looked up to see what was going off, and then it come to grab me. Then from this way, I heard my mum shouting, but then I didn't know what it was.
Really? What was it?
It was a grey, little small grey alien about this tall.
Yeah.
Big eyes.
And what was it doing in your bedroom?
I don't know, just pulled my covers off and come to grab me.
Do you think abduction is genetic? So I'm meeting other people.
I don't know, probably, but I don't know. Maybe.
Marie's daughter Gina, a 20-year-old art student, also had alien experiences.
She didn't know what she was painting. She used to do a lot of abstract. Said she was seeing future things. And
what are they?
Well, there are things like this, things like wormholes. It's like things looking down from above.
A few months ago, a terrible tragedy happened to Marie and her family.
Well, my daughter committed suicide in November. After something that had happened, she'd had some sort of experience as well.
It must have been terrible for you.
It was, yeah. I can't think of anything worse ever happening again, ever.
Marie thinks the aliens, she calls light beings, abducted Gina just before she died.
So are you happy that Gina's with them?
Oh yeah, I'm really happy. It's well, it'd be better. I know where she is and I know who they are, so it's better than the unknown, isn't it, really?
Well, because they'd look after her.
Oh, I'm sure they will, yeah. She's one of them as well. So I'm sure she's home with the family. I think that's who they are. I think they're family. So I think she's just back with them.
Do you think you'll see her again?
Oh yeah, I know I'll see her again. Definitely, yeah. I know I'll see her again.
Well,
I've no doubts about that.
What will you say to Gina when you see her again?
It's what you would say to somebody who's been on a long holiday and how much you've missed them and loved them, and I just want to give her a hug, basically. I just miss, hugging her.
More and more sightings of UFOs are being reported in our skies. Even government experts are less dismissive than they once were.
What I am saying, and what is a matter of absolute undisputable fact, is that British airspace has been penetrated by structured craft of unknown origin.
Welcome to MASH Reports number 3. Now, we've been compiling this under a little bit of strain and difficulty. The MASH project's had a few attacks, a few problems.
Support Group Amash was apparently infiltrated by an alien called a shadow being who wiped computer files.
I'd seen a red dot, and then suddenly about here is where I saw the being. And I think that guy was a projection from some special black ops. I really do. Yeah. And that they were here to disrupt what we're doing. But they don't.
I have lost terabytes of files when I've been doing these kind of edits.
The writer of the email also...
Despite these attacks, Amash planned to carry on providing support for people visited by aliens.
It was like scaly and red and quite big and roundish.
Chantal has been receiving advice from Amash about how to stop her unwanted abductions.
And what about Miles's machine? Did that not work?
This machine? Hang on a minute. This, nah, to not work. This is just a waste of time. So when Miles sent it, like, I knew it would be a waste of time straight away, like, so I will send it miles back.
Last night, Chantal believes there was another alien visitation and the crystal failed to prevent it happening.
Put sheepskin rug along that way, watch it, you know, TV like that, and all of a sudden, like, I could feel my body lifting up, like levitating up, and it's like after that, I can't remember anything. It must have levitated up to here. And I seen something go, shoo, shoot, past. I seen it with the corner of my eye first, and I thought, oh, what was that? It just went, boom, straight past me. Just glowing like a neon blue colour, white, and sometimes changing into a gold colour. They were only about that size.
And were you scared?
No. Yeah, it can be a scary experience, and it's also an amazing experience.
You say you want this to stop, but I'm not sure you really do, Chantal.
No, I don't think I do, to be honest. If they do stop, I'd miss it, basically. They're like, if they stopped abducting me, I'd probably miss them, really, because to me, they're like part of my family. It's like I'm torn between two worlds, this world and their world. That's just how I feel.
Which world do you prefer?
Theirs.
What would you miss if you stayed with the aliens?
I'd miss Dominic, my son, my cigarettes, Kentucky fried chicken, TV, but I think that's about it, really. There's not a lot to miss, is there? But it's just most of all, I'd miss me, you know, my son Dominic.
Chantal is like many abductees who regard the aliens that take them as an extension of their family.
They really do have a sense of belonging to this other group as a family. Some will talk or will say that they've had feelings not necessarily of love but of great kinship, and some do have love, I would say.
Simon is very close to what he calls his alien family, consisting of a mistress, children, and an alien mum. But today he's looking at his human family album.
That's me as a very young child.
He never knew his father, and he was brought up in Brighton by his mother, who was an alcoholic.
But it must have been really hard for you growing up with an alcoholic.
Yes, of course it was. It was very difficult. I'm sure she loved me in her own way, but when we would have meals, we would never eat together. In the 18 years that we'd been together, before she obviously died, I probably sat and ate food with her 3 times.
If I was to ask you who was a better parent?
One was providing emotional support and learning support. That would be the alien one. And the other one was providing me clothes, food, warmth. So there were 2 sides of a coin.
So combined, your 2 mothers, as it were, made up to be the sort of the mother you wanted or needed?
I certainly think that what was happening was that a role was being taken by one and a role was being taken by another.
Can I throw a crazy theory at this one?
Yeah, you can.
An unhappy, unloved child makes up an imaginary world.
If I was going to make something up, I can assure you I'd make up something much happier, much more fun, less dark, and far more grounded in this world than this.
Marie thinks she might be related to her alien family, called light beings. And today she's returning to the DNA clinic to get her results.
Hi, Rebecca. Nice to see you again. Yep.
Okay, so we have your DNA profile here, and it shows exactly what we would expect, that you have 2 allele sizes per locus, one inherited from your mother and one from your biological father.
Yeah. Okay, great.
I hope that's a relief. No problem.
According to her DNA results, Marie is not an alien. After a series of tests, she's come to a dead end in finding out why she's been abducted by beings from outer space.
I want to know why my life is being controlled like this and what's their interest. I think it's a lifelong search, really, because I wish they would tell you answers. I mean, you know, they abduct you, they take you for 5 hours, you come back and you don't know anything.
But Marie is not going to give up her quest.
I feel like I'm getting close, yeah. I feel like I'm getting really close. I can feel it. So I don't think I'll have too long to wait, but yeah, I definitely think I'm close to finding out more.
The amount of people being abducted is a very difficult one to put a figure on, but I did hear of 1 in 50 recently, and I thought, my goodness, that's a lot. You extrapolate that out, and over the planet, you've got quite a few million. Quite a few million.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?